I'm from New Jersey, in a suburb, but it's very close to New York City, and my grandparents lived in New York City, so I spent a lot of time in the city as well. So I kind of think of myself as like half New York City, half Jersey girl, whatever that means. But yeah, I think it was kind of small in that sense. I was very set on like what I wanted to do with my life and having a plan, and I wanted to go to a certain school, and I didn't get accepted into the school that I wanted to go to. So UVM for me was kind of a whole new adventure, because I never thought I'd end up here in Vermont. I had never come to the state of Vermont prior to applying to UVM, so it was a whole new venture that I took on coming here, and I think it just kind of opened my world into seeing how much of the world there is, how many possibilities there are, and just kind of showing myself that not everything has to have a plan and that things evolve. And yeah, I'm still very young, and so I haven't had as many life experiences as I'd hoped to have. So I think for me, UVM would have to be the biggest life-altering experience, just because I moved 6 hours from my home, and that's something I've never done before. And I really have grown and learned more about myself and have become more independent. So I was always interested in English, but I kind of had this like societal pressure that I couldn't pursue a degree in English, because it was one of those types of degrees that wouldn't get you a job after school or something like that. So I always had that in the back of my mind, that I was always had this interest and passion for English. And then my first year I took a sociology course and just fell in love with the subject. So I thought it was more valid, I guess, in a way, to pursue a double major and to have English be complemented by the sociology. And then I just became interested in art history. I took an intro course, and yeah, so I decided to pursue the minor. I'm really interested in like society and how women are perceived in society, and so I'm kind of coming to this point in my studies where I'm trying to explore more about how like what kind of roles women take on in society, leadership roles, and I think it changes my life in kind of figuring out like what I want from it. I think where I come from, coming to UVM, it definitely opened up my world. I didn't really have these kind of ideas. Like when I sat in my first sociology class and I learned that everything in society is a social construct, like the fact that men have these masculine features and women have these feminine features are all just things that we've constructed as society, and it just blew my mind. And so coming from my small town in New Jersey, none of these ideas were addressed, so I kind of have that like struggle when I go back sometimes, kind of finding people who I'm very close with as well, just not really getting just the feminist ideas that I believe in. And so I think personally I kind of have this struggle in trying to stand my own ground as a woman and what I believe in, and not that everyone needs to believe what I believe in, but at least come from a point of understanding it. So I think I struggle with that. Like there's almost this sense where if I wanted to defy all the stereotypes and stigma, like I shouldn't even have children, which is a crazy thought, but it was a thought that crossed my mind. And I thought like I shouldn't have to give up anything I want out of life. So I think going forth, it'll be interesting to see how I, structure my life around my feminist values, but we'll see.